Right, good morning all. Time for us to build issues 12 and 13 of Combat Patrol. So, this is the beautiful Terminator issue. Now, the Terminator models, I've always loved Terminators. I could have like hundreds of Terminators and I would be a very happy man in all different forms of Terminators. In fact, what I'm going to do is, once I've got these built, I'm going to compare them to the Horus Heresy Terminators, just to show you the different types of Terminators that you can get, and why they're so cool and why they're so iconic and why we love them so much. Okay. I'm hoping that as push-fit models, they're going to be an easy build as well, but we shall see as we go. So, starting out with number 1. Now, let's just get this right up here. I found these have got quite a difficult cutting position, these. I had a look at them before. In fact, what I'll do, I'll zoom in a bit as well while we build these. Let's put that off to the side. So there's number 1, and then the back, number 2. Now, what we can see here is they do look very big. I remember putting together some old Deathwing Terminators quite a bit ago from my brother and painting them up, and they came in the Ark of Omens box, Wrath of the Soulforge King. And they came, because they were in a newer box, they came with Primaris Space Marines, and you could tell that the older Terminator figures were just too small compared to the Primaris. They just looked wrong on scale. So hopefully these guys are going to solve that and look far more upscaled, far better looking, and I will be very interested to see how they look next to Cataphractii Terminators. Gosh, that's an horrible mould point. Just trying to clean it up without damaging the plastic. Yeah, it's horrible mold, that one. Okay, right, so pop these together. So, and we can pop out number 3, which is the front of the legs. And just make sure you clean up these bits. And this should slide on quite easily with any luck. Okay, now number 4, which is the sword arm. Now that requires me to head over here. Make sure this is nicely tidied up. Okay, and then it should nice and easily go on there. No problem. I think one of the unfortunate things about the push fits is you have fewer options with arm positionings, which I don't like. I like a bit of freedom about how I put arms on, and they're overall location. Now I need number 5 and number 6. Yeah, just these here. Where's number 6? I bet that's going to be, just to annoy me, I feel like it's going to be on a different sprue. Yep, here it is. It's over on the big one. Simple. Yeah, now we gotta find himself a head. Okay, so now I would not be surprised if you could choose your heads here, because along with number 8 there's also number 7, which is an open faced. It looks like it kind of slots in exactly the same way. I don't think this head here is going to quite suit what I'm trying to achieve with mine, so I definitely think that this matters. Let me get that head on there. Now that is the first one built, and let's just pop him on his base. Now let's have a comparison before I carry on between the firstborn Terminators and the Primaris Terminators. You can see there's a massive size difference there, isn't there? I mean, it's not even a little bit different. It's clearly huge, this guy. I'm curious as well how they stack up against Primaris. Yeah, you can see the Terminators are huge models. I'm really pleased about that, because Terminators need to be dominant on the battlefield. They really need to feel like they're massive. So I'm really pleased actually about how big these models are. They do look the part because of it. In fact, they make these layers look too small now. Sometimes scale creep can be a good and a bad thing. Right, let's move on then. So that's our sergeant all done. Let's move on now. So we need to get out number 9 and number 10. Over here. Just hoping these are going to be a nice and a quick build now. I think one thing that I'd definitely say then is, because these are so huge, although you could potentially use them in the Horus Heresy, they would just look weird. I said, I think Horus Heresy, although it's technically on the same scale, as you can see, everything is a bit smaller because they're the original Space Marines, which aren't as big as Primaris. Primaris Space Marines are closer in size to the Thunder Warriors, who were the first official attempt by the Emperor to create super soldiers. Got myself a nice cup of coffee here as well, as it feels like it's going to be a long video. Right. Okay, then I need number, let's see what we've got here. Number 11. Now, this could be on the other sprue. I don't like it. I don't like it when I'm having to look around for ages to find stuff. Number 11 here. And I'm going to assume number 12. Let me see if I missed something here. No, I'm actually... See, if I look on the instructions, it doesn't explicitly show number 12 as far as I can see. What it does do is it shows it on the kind of the fit, but it doesn't seem to have a number next to it. So number 12, this one here, kind of slots there. What an annoying little piece to put on. What a weird position that is. Oh gosh. Fingers are going funny today. Okay. Now, bolter 15 and 16. There's part 16 here. There it is. I say bolter, it's technically a stone bolter. Slides on like so. Oh, my fingers are being difficult today. Okay, and then 13 and 14 to build his power fist. I have to admit, the shoulder pads on these particular, is it called the Indominus armour? I don't like as much as I do the Cataphracti one. I definitely prefer this as a style personally, but everyone's got their own personal preferences, haven't they? Okay, and then head number 17. Okay, and there's also 18 is like a little base filler. pop him on a base now. Now it looks like he goes like so, and then the little base filler goes on this side. There we go. Might be worth as well. Let's have a quick look here. Oh, so that's our second Terminator done. Let's move on to the third one now. So we need 19 and 20. Then just nice and easily slots together these. Okay, what else do we need here? 20 and 20, 21 and 22, sorry, not 20, 21 and 22. Shins. Put these on. Okay, and then we've got 25 and 26 to put the stone bolter together. I just don't know why these stone bolters aren't a single piece. I mean, it just seems like work for the sake of work at this point. Same with the Terminator's Power Fist, it just doesn't kind of make sense to me that they're separate. I'm sure the people who create molds understand why they do this. But from a hobbyist point of view, it's just an extra step that doesn't really, to my mind, add anything. Right. Right, so 23 and 24 now. Get this part together. Getting that the right way, no, not back to front. And then it's helmet 27, and oh, we're getting there. Gosh, typical, this is a difficult one to work out how to slide it in. There we go, gotta get the angle just right. There we go. And pop him on the base. There's number 3 ready. Okay, we're getting there. We're not doing that bad actually. I think it's 20 minutes for what we've got so far. Okay, 28, 29 and 30 now. Back over to this little sprue over here. Ooh. 29. Right, what else have we got here? Oh, 1331 front chins. And another piece that I just find very confusing to keep separate, but as I said, I am not an expert on making plastic molds. Right, we're getting there. 35 for the storm bolter, along with its little 36 bit. Okay, now the power fist, 30, 33 and 34. And while I'm here, I'll get 37 to head out. I think the coolest Terminators that I've ever seen were the ones from Space Hulk from, I can't remember when it was from, about around 2010, earlier or late. It's got to be around that time. They were the coolest Terminators I think ever made. Just had such cool positioning. and cool like little details in them. Okay, that's that part done, and then we can get this little bit out here just to add a bit of base decoration. That's the moment that you realise that that needs to go in first. Okay, there we go, we're doing well. Now we're down to the last one. Last call. Okay, so 39. Let me find 40, there it is. And then 41. Right, 42 and 43 for our little shin guards. Right, and then we've got this thing, number 46, the assault, is it called an assault cannon? 46 and 47. It's an auto cannon. Not to be confused with a Reaper auto cannon, which are specifically used by the Traitor Legions and Renegade chapters. Come on, come on. There we go. Okay, 41. 40, 41, 44, sorry. 44 and 45. There we go. Right, and then There's a 49, which is a little base decoration, and 48, which is this head. I seem to have misplaced a base. How silly of me. I wonder where I popped that base down without realising it. I must have dropped it somewhere. Oh dear. This is why, everyone, it's very important to keep a clean desk, really. Otherwise you end up dropping things or misplacing things. Right, I've kind of misplaced this base, which is very annoying. Kind of. Oh well, that'll do as a temporary measure. So yeah, that's our last one. If I can't find the base, I'll chop that off and put it on there. I do hate it when I misplace things. So there we go. That is pretty much done. We've got this homing beacon. Because one of the things that makes Terminators so particularly dangerous is their ability to deep strike, basically teleporting. Teleportation, however, is not a safe thing to do in the grim darkness of the far future, because you basically have to go through the warp to do it. Anyway, so there we go. Sans a missing base, which I'll have to dig out. That's our Terminators all done. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.